What's the word, everyone? You're locked in with Leo and Emma. Grab your headphones and turn up the volume because we're about to level up your English. Let's get it.
Hello, hello, we are back, and today we are tackling the big boss of language learning. This is the topic everyone asks about, but very few people actually master.
That's right, we are talking about the mental bridge. You know that feeling when you were speaking English, but behind your eyes there's a tiny translator frantically flipping through a dictionary?
I call it the loading spinner. You hear a sentence, your brain spins for 5 seconds while you translate it to your native language. Then you think of an answer, translate it back, and then you speak.
The problem is, by the time you speak, the person you're talking to has already checked their watch, looked at their phone, and moved on to a different topic. It kills the flow completely.
Exactly. We aren't just giving you tips today. We are giving you a rewiring strategy for your brain. We want to help you move from being a translator to being a thinker. And honestly, Leo, this isn't just about speed. It's about cognitive load.
Right. So first, we have to understand why your brain does this translation dance in the first place. It's not because you're bad at English. It's actually because your brain is trying to be efficient. Biologically, we are wired to conserve energy.
Your brain loves comfort. Your native language is a superhighway. It's fast, wide, paved, and easy. English, especially at that intermediate B2 level, is still a small, bumpy dirt road full of potholes. Naturally, your brain wants to get back to the superhighway as fast as possible to save glucose.
And the result of that efficiency is what linguists call L1 interference. When you translate, you carry over the grammar and the logic of your first language. This is why people say things like, I have 25 years, instead of I am 25. They are translating the logic of French or Spanish or Russian directly into English.
It's a square peg in a round hole. To stop this, you have to build direct connections. You need to connect the physical image of an apple directly to the word apple, without the middleman of your native word. It's about bypassing that translation step entirely.
So let's get tactical. How do we start building those direct connections? We start with the physical world. This is level 1.
This is an exercise I call the room scan. It sounds simple, but it's powerful. Every morning when you wake up, look around your room. Do not just see your furniture. Name it. Bed, pillow, lamp, curtains.
And don't stop at nouns. That's the rookie mistake. Use verbs and adjectives. Cold floor, brewing coffee, soft towel. The goal here is to saturate your immediate environment with English labels.
If you really want to go pro, use Post-it notes. Put a note on your mirror that says mirror. Put one on your kettle that says boiling water. It forces the association.
It sounds silly, but you are forcing your brain to see the English word as the primary identity of that object. After 3 days of seeing the word kettle on the physical object, your brain will stop thinking of the word in your native language. You're physically tagging your reality.
Once you've tagged reality, you move to level 2. This is the narrator technique. Now we move from isolated words to full thoughts. This is the internal monologue.
Most people have a constant voice in their head. I need to go to the store, I forgot to buy milk, I hope it doesn't rain. Usually this voice speaks your native language. You need to hire an English narrator to take over that job.
Okay, I'm chopping the onions now. My eyes are starting to water. Where did I put the salt? Oh, there it is.
This is huge because you are linking English to real-time actions. This is exactly how children learn. They don't learn from a textbook. They learn by associating the word up with the physical action of being picked up.
And here is a secret. If you don't know a word, do not use a dictionary.
Wait, what? No dictionary? That feels counterintuitive.
Not yet. If you are narrating and you don't know the word for spatula, don't stop the flow to look it up. Describe it. I'm using the flat plastic thing to flip the egg. This is called circumlocution.
Circumlocution. It is the most important skill for fluency. It trains your brain to stay in English mode even when it hits a wall. You're building resilience instead of reliance on a translation tool.
Exactly. Now, level 3, the digital immersion stress test.
Now, we have to talk about your phone. Your phone is the biggest window into your brain. We check it hundreds of times a day.
If your phone is in your native language, you are telling your brain that English is just a subject you study for an hour, not a tool you live with.
Switch your phone to English. Switch your GPS to English. When you are driving and the voice says, turn left in 200 meters, your brain has to process that information to survive. That is high-stakes practice.
Also, stop using Google in your native language. If you want to know how to fix a leaky faucet, search for it in English. You will read English comments, watch an English video, and find an English solution.
You are creating an English-only loop. The more time you spend in that loop, the more the translator in your head goes on vacation. You're cutting off the oxygen to your native language.
Finally, we have to talk about dictionaries again. This is the monolingual habit. If you are still using a native to English dictionary, you are practicing translation every single day.
You have to switch to an English to English learners dictionary. When you look up the word resilient, and the definition is able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions, you are learning English through English.
It keeps your brain warm. It's like an athlete who never stops moving during a game. You stay in the zone.
We've been talking for a while now, and basically we are telling you that thinking in English isn't a gift, it's a habit. It's about making English the path of least resistance.
It's going to feel slow at first. Your brain will feel tired. That's good. That means your English muscles are growing.
Your homework, for the next 30 minutes, you are in English-only zone. No native language phone use, no native language thoughts. If you catch yourself translating, just say switch in your head and go back to English.
Tell us in the comments, what is the one object in your house you don't know the English word for? Let's describe them together.
Thanks for sticking with us for this deep dive. You guys are getting closer to that pro level every day.
Keep thinking, keep speaking. Catch you later.
Peace out.